슬림버브가 무료 배포 중입니다. 약 4만원 꿀템이에요. 리버브 먹일 때 좋습니다. 간단한 조작으로 풍성한 공간감을 만들 수 있어요. 피드, 필터, 드라이브 등의 노브를 조절해 원하는 사운드 디자인을 할 수 있습니다. 보컬 믹싱 하시는 분들의 강추예요. 다운받은 법은 더보기에 있습니다. 보컬 신스투가 85% 할인 중입니다. iZotope 여름 세일이 최대 85% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요. H 딜레이가 73% 할인 중입니다. 레알 딜레이 꿀템이에요. 보컬, 기타, 베이스 등 다양한 악기에 걸고 쓸 수 있습니다. 직관적인 조작으로 쉽고 빠르게 작업이 가능해요. 메인 보컬, 애들리, 더블링 등에 걸고 다양한 효과로 곡을 더욱 풍성하게 만들 수 있습니다. 웨이브스 1년 구독이 20% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Right, so let's get things just focused on the vocal here.
Go on and make my day.
Right, so this is the plugin, and what we have here is, first of all, we have the delay, and right now it is synced to my host, and I can change this going from 164 to 2 bars, and we also have the feedback. So these are the main controls. Then we can also hit the lo-fi to get that kind of gritty lo-fi or maybe bit reduction kind of thing, and we also have the analog control here. So with many emulations of analog hardware by Waves, you'll find that analog thing that will give you that hiss. So I don't know if you want it or not, but this is something you can play with.
Go on and make my day.
Right, next we have the tap here, so you can tap the BPM or the parts depending where you are here. And you can also set modulation.
버추얼 피아니스트 번들이 50% 할인 중입니다. 자동 연주가 가능해요. 초보자도 쉽게 곡 전기를 만들 수 있습니다. 다양한 프리셋과 프레이즈가 들어있어 원클릭으로 원하는 피아노 라인을 만들 수 있어요. 이펙트도 내장되어 있어 올인원 작업이 가능합니다. UJAM 여름 세일이 최대 41% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
So now that we have picked a key, we can play chords with just one paw. Finger, being aware of the root key, the player now makes countless musical decisions. It knows that in C, playing in A is usually expected to be A minor. And it will make similar decisions for whatever key you press. But like a real pianist, it will not just move parts up and down like some guitar bar chord. Instead, it will change inversions and voicings like a real pianist would. If you don't know what that means, let's just say that your hands always gravitate to the same range on the keyboard for a more musical flow. A range that you can set with these funky little arrows. Of course, this isn't limited to major and minor. The player engine is aware of even complex voicings, of the sort that read like you accidentally went to math instead of music class. So whenever you play full chords with multiple fingers, the player will rightly assume that you know what you're doing and override its own instincts, if you will. All of this allows you to waltz through different harmony changes with absolute ease, always sounding musical. And speaking of waltz.
Haven't we all been there? You need smooth keys for your next hip-hop beat, but you also have other obligations? UJAM rose to the challenge with laser pointer focus. Virtual pianist vibe. Nice keys for your beats with just one.
웨이스 MM-1이 65% 할인 중입니다. 올해 최저가예요. 레알 마스터링 꿀템입니다. 음악 올릴 때 쓰면 좋아요. 간단한 세팅으로 원하는 레벨링을 할 수 있습니다. 5가지 모드와 노브를 조절해 곡에 알맞는 볼륨을 만들 수 있어요. 초보자 강추해요. 소프트튜브 여름 세일이 최대 70% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
For the loud style, let's apply it to the electric guitar bus for some dynamic loo. In this example, I'm first going to exaggerate my amount. Now let's mix some dry signal back in by rocking the parallel mix knob back and forth until it sounds just right. When you want more dynamic energy out of a bus or a track, the punch style is great. Listen to how it brings more life out of our drums.
클리어가 30% 할인 중입니다. 레알 보컬 믹싱 꿀템이요. 깔끔한 보컬 믹싱을 할 수 있습니다. 앰비언스, 보이스 리버브 등을 조절해 본인 곡에 알맞게 수정하면 돼요. 조작도 간단하고 효과도 좋아서 해외에서 인기가 많습니다. 유튜버 보컬 녹음하시는 분들에게 강추해요. 네오버브가 70% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
You know, I don't know that that's a source of pessimism, but that's where we're at right now on, this kind of beginning of October, cusp of winter is we're really not sure as a city if there's going to be enough places for people to go.
Now, even though that room that this voiceover was treated in is treated fairly well, I'm going to go ahead and reduce the voice reverb as well, and we'll just take a listen to that.
You know, I don't know that that's a source of pessimism, but that's where we're at right now on, this kind of beginning of October, cusp of winter is we're really not sure as a city if there's going to be enough places for people to go.
So yeah, you can hear just with a couple of moves that the Clear plugin really takes care of that, ambient noise in the background and with very little artifacts. So win-win there. Let's move on to the second track that has some kind of reverb sound in the room. Let's take a listen without the plugin.
He's a very intense guy, very organized, meticulous, to almost to a fault sometimes.
So you can hear the room tone in there. Let's go ahead and turn the plugin on. And let's bring this up and let's just go ahead and pull the room.
피치맵이 53% 할인 중입니다. 올해 최저가예요. 퓨처 베이스 EDM 장르 만들 때 쓰기 좋은 꿀템입니다. 피치 이펙트를 통해 사운드를 더욱 캐릭터 있게 만들 수 있어요. 조작이 간단히 사용하기 좋습니다. 유니크한 사운드 좋아하시는 분들에게 강추해요. 페이스 아웃이 60% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
And then I'm going to apply pitch map to that. And what we're going to do is we're going to select, let's say, a natural minor. We'll put it in the scale of E, and then we'll turn up the purify all the way. And now listen to this. Totally changes it and makes it all harmonic, and it's unique because it's not just like an auto tune, but it tunes all of the harmonics of the sound as well, and that's what gives it that sort of like gliding through the scales kind of vibe. But basically that's all you really need to know on how to use this plugin.